In 6-man Area 8, we will be facing the Crawl Bug and the Swarm Fly. Let's focus on the Crawl Bug first. At the start of the battle and at below 70 and 30% HP, it will gain a red aura with the following effects. Your party will greatly take reduced brave damage from other elements except for ice and non-elemental attacks. It will use Charge Blast Plus on its next turn, which ignores effects reducing brave and HP damage taken. After Charge Blast Plus, the Crawl Bug will calm down and the red aura is cancelled. At below 90%, 60% and 20%, it will use Walla Plus, cancelling all debuffs and party buffs. With each use of Dark Powers Rising, the Crawl Bug's HP can be reduced to the next tier. After the third use of Dark Powers Rising, the Crawl Bug can now be defeated. Now we can move on to the Swarm Fly. It will become angry when at below 90, 50 and 20% HP. It will grant itself a blue aura with the shield effect nullifying brave damage taken. The blue aura grants the following. All enemies' defense will be raised greatly. Dealing brave damage to its melee, ranged or magic weakness cancels the blue aura. The shield nullifies brave damage taken, so it is best to use abilities that ignore defense. When the blue aura is active and the HP falls between 80% to 50% and 40% to 20% and at below 10%, it will use Buzz, cancelling all enemy debuffs and party buffs. At the start of the battle, its HP cannot be reduced to below 89%. With each use of Angry, the Swarmfly's HP can be reduced to the next HP threshold. After the third use, this enemy can also be defeated. Now we can move on to the Force Gauge. The Force Gauge does charge up faster on your turns and Force time lasts for 10 turns. When more than 0% filled, the party attack and defense will be greatly lowered. When at 100% filled, the Crawl Bug will use Unclean Breath Plus if it is weak to ice. However, if it is not, it will use Unclean Breath Plus instead. The Force time effects are the following. All HP damage dealt by the party will be healed by 100% and all buffs and debuff durations will now be at 1 turn. In terms of the characters that you can use Kina, Astos, Hope, Setsa, Kurasame, No, Aerith, Edgar, Orin, Yuri, Enacro, and Iris. Here are some team compositions should you need the help. Kaita gets a rework with this event. Her counter attack becomes a 4 hit brave and 3 hit HP attack. It will have 150% stolen max brave overflow and it will increase brave by 30% of HP damage dealt after each HP attack. Wide Shot Max Charge becomes a 3 hit group brave and 5 hit HP attack, brave potency of 80% per hit, 150% stolen max brave overflow. It will deal 100% splash damage to enemies after each HP attack and the EX recast gauge will increase by 20%. Charge Shot Max Charge becomes a 2 hit brave and 9 hit HP attack, brave potency of 80% per hit, 150% stolen max brave overflow. It will increase brave by 30% of HP damage dealt after each HP attack and it will increase the EX recast gauge by 20%. Blizzardo ROK becomes a 3 hit group brave and 6 hit HP attack, brave potency of 80% per hit. It will have 150% stolen max brave overflow. It will deal 50% splash damage to enemies and it will inflict lock on the enemies for 6 turns. The Landmine Trap becomes a 4 hit brave and 3 hit HP attack, brave potency of 80% per hit. It will have 150% stolen max brave overflow and it will increase brave by 50% of HP damage dealt. Her EX ability, Consecutive Rounds, becomes a 4 hit brave and split 5 hit HP attack. It will have brave potency of 120% per hit and it will have 200% stolen max brave overflow. Her LD ability, Frost's Link Shot, grants magic charge for 16 turns. It becomes a 4 hit brave and group split 5 hit HP attack, brave potency of 120% per hit and it will have 180% stolen max brave overflow. Kaita gets a force weapon with a force ability called Cheerful Yell and her partner being Lilithset. The HP damage will go up by doing the following. 5% when a party member uses an ice ability and 50% when a party avoided an attack. Her burst weapon is called M-Tech 0 and it grants the BT effect Max Frost Explosive Shell for 8 turns. When evading an attack, it will trigger Kaita's counter attack twice. It will also grant 100% party evasion, 50% brave damage up, 50% brave damage cap up, 20% HP damage up, and 30% health brave and HP damage cap up. With with this tier, there are quite a few things to watch out for in terms of the crawl bug and the swarmfly. Do be very careful of the HP thresholds and what you need in order to defeat these enemies. When it comes to Kate's rework, I do think she gets a great rework. It's not one that I actually went for. Then again, I don't really do the 6-man fights in JP, I will be honest. But in terms of this fight, do be careful of the crawl bug and the swarmfly. Just be careful for when the enemies do use the HP attacks. Of course, when the swarmfly gets his shield, when the crawl bug does different things, be very careful. Of course, if you are going to use Kate here, if you are going for and you use here, the 100% party evasion with the BT effect will help you, as these things like to remove your party buffs, so do be careful. But other than that, you should be okay. Be very careful of these two and you should be fine. I hope that this guide has helped you. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me, or if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like. But other than that, goodbye and good luck.